Hello everybody, so today in my kitchen we are making okra. Some people call it lady fingers as well because it almost looks like a lady's finger. Anyway, I just wanted to share this recipe. So this is a very simple recipe and it's something my grandmother used to make at home. It's become like one of our family's signature dishes because it's so simple. And also okra, it's a very nutritious vegetable. It's got vitamin C, calcium, potassium, a lot of antioxidants, really good for your heart, good for it's anti-cancer. So it's a really, really good vegetable. If you've never tried it, I would encourage you to try it. I know some people find it slimy, but there is a way you cook it so it doesn't become slimy. Anyway, there's different, when I usually like to buy my okra, I buy the Indian okra. It's more tastier, I find. Anyway, I was lucky to find these, so I'm going to be happy with what I got. What I do first is I wash the okra, I soak it in water for 20 minutes, and then I dry it out. So make sure it's completely dry. I take a kitchen towel, I wipe it dry. For this recipe today, what I do is I cut the top and I cut the bottom. So it's going to look like this. And then I always make slits. So that's what my grandma used to say. You make slits because sometimes there are worms inside these okra. So even if I'm cooking it in other recipes, you might slice it in a different way, but I always cut in the middle for this one especially to make sure there are no worms. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some garlic and I make a paste of the garlic. I make my salts at home, different salts I flavor, some with Indian spices, some with herbs de Provence, some with lavender. So sea salt and Himalayan salt, I mix around with all the flavors. So for this one I'm just going to use salt with, it's got some sesame seeds and some mint, dried mint. You can just use plain sea salt. So when I crush the garlic, I'll add some salt, I'll make a paste, I'll fill this in the okra. So in the slit I'm going to fill the garlic paste, and then all we're going to do is take a pan, put some olive oil in it, and you're going to fry it nicely. It'll take a couple of minutes. You want it nice and brown, you want it cooked, and then all you have to do is squeeze lots of lemon juice, salt, little salt, pepper if you want more, and then just enjoy with a piece of pita, hummus on the side, some nice fresh salad, and it's a really delicious dish. So let's go and make it, okay? I'm preparing my okra, making a slit, and I don't go all the way to the end because then I break it. So I check it's fine, take my next little one, cut it up both sides, and then make sure that you have a firm surface so it doesn't slip because these are slimy, and then open it, make sure they're fine. You continue on. When we were kids and our parents would cut this, we would take this and stick on our faces, put it all around. Kids love to play with it. So imagine my face would be covered with it when we were kids. I have a nice little bindi now. So have fun when you cook. So here I am preparing my okra. And once I have all these prepared, the garlic will be crushed, made into a paste with the salt. I'll stuff them, fry them, squeeze some lemon, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here is my paste already. You can see it's, I crushed it with some sea salt, made a nice little paste. And then I'm just going to take a spoon, you can even use just your hands, and I just kind of fill it inside the okra so it's nicely stuffed. Okay, make sure that goes in. And I'll keep going in the same way. So here's the okra, and here I take the garlic, I stuff it all in. So just a little bit at a time. Yeah, I know it's a lot of garlic. Good for you too. Everything in moderation. So it's a simple recipe. So I'll keep doing this till I have stuffed every okra. Yep. There you go. So once we're all done, we're going to fry it. So here, all my okra is stuffed with the garlic and salt. I've got my pan, olive oil, nice and warm, and then I'm going to just drop the okra in there, just putting it down. And we're going to give it a nice little fry, make sure it cooks completely. So you're going to have to stand over here while this cooks. You can start to hear the little sizzle. And we don't want the garlic to burn, so you got to be over here. It'll take about, I would say, about 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to let this fry. I like to make it has to get nice and brown, like a light brown goldenish color. I also cover it for like a minute, so I make sure with the steam that it's cooked a minute or two, and then I take it out take the lid off again, and again just make sure it's nicely glazed and cooked all the way through. And we'll take a look and see how that looks. So here the okra is cooking up nicely. You want to take a look at that. And I don't really use the spatula much. I just like to shake the pan as I'm cooking. And you want to see this nice little color. And then I'm going to turn that a little bit so it cooks evenly. So like I said, now at this point I'm going to cover with a lid just for a minute. And then I'll take the lid off and give it another 2 minutes in the pan, shaking it. And then we're going to squeeze some lemon and enjoy. I had it steaming for like a little over a minute. Okay. It's on low. And then I'm just giving it another little toss. Look at that looks. So at this point my okra is cooked. I'm going to take my lemon. Give big little globes of that lemon juice. Some pepper. This is really tasty. And you can put some cilantro, some mint. I've got lots of mint, so I like to use mint today and cilantro. And I'm going to enjoy this. I'm making some dal, mix of 5 different dals today. We're going to have that and some nice mint yogurt on the side and some fresh whole wheat pita. Too lazy to make chapatis today, but that's going to be a nice tasty meal. And I hope you try, and don't be afraid to cook some okra. Start with something simple and then you can go and make some other different recipes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.